All right. Our Qunari contact should be here to meet us.
He is. Good to see you again, Hisrad.
Gat! Last I heard, you were still in Saharan.
They finally decided I'd calmed down enough to go back into the world.
Boss, this is Gat. We work together in Saharan.
It's a pleasure to meet you, Inquisitor. Hisrad's reports say you're doing good work.
Iron Bull's name is Hisrad.
Under the Qun, we use titles, not names.
My title was Hisrad, because I was assigned to secret work. You can translate it as Keeper of Illusions, or...
Liar. It means liar.
Well, you don't have to say it like that.
I look forward to working together.
Hopefully this will help both our peoples. Tevinter is dangerous enough without the influence of this Venatori cult. If this new form of lyrium helps them seize power in Tevinter, the war with Qunari could get worse.
With this stuff, the Vince could make their slaves into an army of magical freaks. We could lose Saharan, and see a giant Tevinter army come marching back down here.
The Ben Hassrath agree. That's why we're here. Our dreadnought is safely out of view, and out of range of any Venatori mages on shore. We'll need to eliminate the Venatori, then signal the dreadnought so it can come in and take out the smuggler ship.
What do you think, Bull?
Don't know. I've never liked covering a dreadnought run. Too many ways for crap to go wrong. If our scouts underestimate enemy numbers, we're dead. If we can't lock down the Venatori mages, the ship is dead. It's risky.
Riskier than letting red lyrium into Minrathos?
There might be Venatori mages on the ship as well, if the dreadnought can't handle them.
It's unlikely there'll be more than 2 or 3 mages on the ship, and they'll be dead by the 3rd shot. On land, though, a half-dozen Venatori attacking the dreadnought from cover could do some serious damage.
If it's dangerous for the dreadnought close to shore, why not attack when the smugglers reach open water?
Any decent smuggling ship can outrun a dreadnought on open water. We need to catch them close to shore.
I could have crushed any Venatori resistance with the Inquisition's main forces. Why not use them?
Because then the Venatori would have seen you coming and run. They'd schedule a new shipment for later, and our spies might not know when or where. This is risky, yes, but it's our best chance to destroy the shipping operation permanently.
Let's go hold up our end of this bargain, then.
My agent suggested 2 possible locations the Venatori may be camped to guard the shore. There, and there. We'll need to split up and hit both at once.
I'll come with you, boss. Krim can lead the charges. Let me fill him in. Come by when you're ready to move.
Just waiting on you and Hisrad up. Iron Bull, I guess.
You knew Iron Bull back when he fought in Saharan?
Yes, he led the group that freed me. I was a Magister's slave, and when the Magister went to Saharan, he brought me along. For company. Iron Bull and his men attacked my master's ship and killed him, as well as his soldiers. Bull set me free.
And you decided to start following the Qun after that?
What do you think? I just watched a giant horned warrior kill the Magister who hurt me.
He never told me about this.
One of the few things he hasn't shared with you, I gather. Sure, Bull. Share the secret Ben Hassrath reports, but keep that bit where you saved the elf boy to yourself.
Is Bull going to get in trouble for passing those reports on?
The Ben Hassrath aren't pleased with how forthcoming Bull has been, but he was one of their best agents. He kept the streets clean in Saharan longer than anyone before him or after. He fought until it nearly killed him. The Ben Hassrath trust him enough to accept how he joined the Inquisition, even if they don't like it. Besides, they hate to discard a tool that might still have some use left in it. That's why I have a job.
Don't like that.
It sounds like following the Qun hasn't always been easy.
I had a temper. Bull's nickname for me, Gat, comes from 𝒸💾💶, the explosive power in Qunari cannons. I was so angry when I was first freed. I wanted revenge. I wanted to find my family who was still enslaved in Minrathos. I thought about leaving when the Qun didn't tell me what I wanted to hear, but I didn't.
Why not?
The Qunari were always ready to listen, to teach. They cared for me as much as one of their own. And if I leave, the parts of the Qun that I don't like are never going to change.
How did an elf end up working for the Qunari out here?
The 𝒂𝒃𝒁 usually pick elves or humans to work outside of Qunandar. They're a little harder to spot. I've worked in 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒁 and Navarra, but only for a few years now.
What did you do before that?
When I was old enough, I fought 𝒂💃💃 forces in Saharon. I was too angry to do much else. It took me a long time to accept the Qun, to get past justice to purpose. Some days are still difficult.
Do you have a minute to talk about the Qun?
I'm a spy, Inquisitor, not a teacher. I'm not interested in converting anyone or debating the philosophy. But I suppose it would make for an interesting report to hear the Inquisitor's opinion of the Qun.
I don't think she knows enough one way or the other to admire or detest the Qun. It's simply different. So I definitely don't want to comment on it from my perspective, because I'm not speaking for me, I'm speaking for her.
To be honest, I don't really understand enough of the Qun to judge it.
I think you have to be raised under the Qun for it ever to make sense. The people who join as adults either end up unhappy or, well, for many, it's just a kind of form of slavery. I like the simplicity. I like knowing my place and knowing that it's the right place. Other parts I've struggled with myself.
No one's actually detailed how an alliance with the Qunari will help the Inquisition.
The answer to that is above my rank. But the Qunari don't really bargain. They don't know how. I doubt you want Qunari troops stomping around your stronghold, and you're too far away for supplies to be useful. You'd get more use out of our ships, I imagine. And the agents we've got spread across *̓eirdas. We know a lot more than what Bull sees in those reports he's been forwarding to your spy master.
I'll let you know when we're ready.
I await your pleasure, Inquisitor.
Yeah, he's pretty self-aware about a lot of this. And it is pretty telling that the philosophy almost fundamentally doesn't work for adult converts. The inference there is there's an amount of indoctrination that's required when you're impressionable and don't know better, don't have the ability to critically think. At least that's what I'm getting out of that. All right, what we do need to do. Oh, all right, let's do it.
Once they're down, send up your signal. That'll let the dreadnought know it's safe to come in.
Understood, Chief.
Remember, you're gonna want a volley to start, but don't get suckered into fighting at range. They've got mages.
It's all right. We've got a mage of our own.
I'm not a mage.
Get in close and take their enchanter down before he takes over the battlefield.
He'll be dead before he knows it.
Just pay attention, all right? The Vince want this red lyrium shipment bad.
Yes, I know. Thanks, Mother.
Qunari don't have mothers, remember?
We'll be fine, Chief.
All right, Chargers. Horns up!
Horns up!
Ready whenever you are, boss.
I'm ready to head out, Bull.
Right. Chargers, hit 'em hard and hit 'em fast. When this is over, drinks are on me.
You got it, Chief. Charges, double time. Let's move!
You gave your charges the easier target.
You think?
Lower and farther from the smuggler's ship, it's much less likely to be heavily defended.
Suppose we'll do the heavy lifting then. Just like old times.
I like how Bull pretends like he didn't do that on purpose. All right. We need to clear out that Venatori. Is that it? Okay, this is different, but yeah. That's it. Let's head over. Okay. We do probably need to use this exit. And then head around. The Gat is coming with us. Cool.
Be careful. My agent said to expect opposition ahead of the main camp.
Thanks for the
We've all
heads up.
done this a few times, Gat.
You've been living outside the Qun for years now, Iron Bull. Just wanted to make sure your reflexes hadn't gotten as soft as the rest of you.
Ouch.
Wow. I don't know about you, but I'm not seeing that man being soft. And he does have a giant spoon. It's pretty great.
Vince up ahead.
Don't let them warn the others.
Okay.
One down.
Oh, you best not be charging.
The new Imperium shall rise.
What? No, where are you? Or were you speaking after that? Oh. Oh! Are you just chilling? Not anymore.
I don't see any tattoos, but you're carrying a staff. Are you from a Chantry circle?
No, and I would prefer not to discuss it.
Have I done something to offend you?
You joined the Qun
After they rescued me from slavery.
and put you into something worse. A slave may always struggle for freedom, but you among the Qun have been taught not to think.
Solace, not the time.
It isn't the time, babe, but yeah, I'm with you. Man, the voice acting is so good. You can hear the barely constrained contempt and condemnation in his voice. Oh, it's so good. Y'all, it's so good. All right. Oh,
Get ready. We're close.
I'm glad I checked my map. My mini map, that is.
Can you make out any of your mercenaries down there?
Not from here. Probably a better view once we take the Vince camp.
Yeah.
Worried?
They're my men. I've been with some of them for years.
The foreshadowing is so strong. I have not actually seen Solus's voice actor act in anything. I don't watch a lot of TV.
Worthless, the lot of them.
Wow. It's a little heartless, don't you think? All right, we took this camp. Let's get loot first. Yeah, Solus doesn't like slavery in any form. Even if it's mindless acceptance of a similar sort of enslavement. I am absolutely romancing the egg. All right. Moment of truth.
We're clear, Gat.
Right. Signaling the dreadnought.
Chargers already sent theirs up. See them down there?
I knew you gave them the easier job.
There's the dreadnought. That brings back memories. Nice one. Crap.
What?
They've still got time to fall back if you signal them now.
Yeah,
Your men need to hold that position, Bull.
they do that. They're dead.
And if they don't, the Venatori retake it and the dreadnought is dead. You'd be throwing away an alliance between the Inquisition and the Qunari. You'd be declaring yourself 𝒂𝒾𝒶. With all you've given the Inquisition, half the Ben Hassrath think you've betrayed us already. I stood up for you, Hisrad. I told them you would never become 𝒂𝒾𝒶.
They're my men.
I know, but you need to do what's right, Hisrad, for this alliance and for the Qun.
This isn't hard for me as an individual, but I feel so bad for Bull. He's caught in a very difficult situation. And I definitely, can understand Gat's point of view when you live in a society where individuals don't matter. When people can be sacrificed like pawns on a chessboard, which that concept's not exclusive to the Qun. People aren't people to them often, it doesn't seem. And I think Bull's seen enough of life outside of it to know that's not necessarily the case. But I would want him to have the time and the autonomy to, if he so chose, become 𝒂𝒾𝒶 in a less confrontational way. I'm sorry, Bull. I mean, it's hard because I'm gonna have to kill people one way or the other. But I'd rather save the Chargers.
Call the retreat.
Don't!
They're falling back.
All these years, Hisrad, and you throw away all that you are. For what? For this? For them?
I think don't call him Hisrad's a little unnecessarily antagonistic. I'm not gonna get on his case for that. I don't honestly know if we can salvage this. It may not have been a logistically sound choice, but I couldn't just surrender my friends for that. Especially when we don't really know how the Qunari are going to even help us fight 𝒂𝒹, if they even are. And we can make a bunch of points like they weren't necessarily prepared, we weren't briefed ahead of time, we could have been prepared for this if we had been, etc, etc, etc. But I think at the end of the day, I'm just this is just really unfortunate, but we did what we had to do to make the best of a bad situation.
I regret that we couldn't protect the dreadnought.
So do I.
I mean, it's still there. It's chilling. Oh.
No way they'll get out of range. Won't be long now.
Bo, when the dreadnought sinks,
Sinks. Qunari dreadnoughts don't sink. Come on. Let's get back to my boys.
I feel bad. Everyone's doing their best, right? I'd like to think so, and it's just not gonna sacrifice the Chargers for that. I could never do it. Merlin did it once because he felt like he was doing the right thing on the grandest scale, that the Qunari would really help us win the fight against 𝒂𝒹, and that it would be for the greater good. And that's really not what happens.
Hey, boss.
Inquisitor, it is my duty to inform you that there will be no alliance between our peoples. Nor will you be receiving any more 𝒂𝒃𝒁 reports from your 𝒂𝒃𝒾𝒶 ally.
You under orders to kill me, Gat?
No. The 𒂃𝒁 have already lost one good man. They'd rather not lose two.
So much for that.
Yeah, I care more about how he's feeling right now.
You all right, Bull?
Yeah. Guess I'll have more free time without having to write all those reports.
Bull.
Boss, let me have this one, all right? This one needs to be mine. You're late.
Sorry, Chief. Still sore from fighting off all those vents. Good to see you, Inquisitor.
I can't believe he disapproved. Maybe he feels like we're feeling sorry for him and he doesn't like that. It felt like the right thing to do, to see how he was doing. Make sure he's okay, but not everyone wants that. Oh, did you see the nugget? Is he just running around in the background? He brushed by my ankle earlier, but what a little boy.
How did the Chargers come out of the fight?
Just fine. Thanks to you and the Chief, we had plenty of time to fall back. Chief's even breaking open a cask of chastened sack mead for the Chargers tonight.
Damn it, Krem. That's the kind of thing you don't have to mention to the Inquisitor.
Sorry, Chief.
Forget it. You're doing fine.
Yeah, I could never surrender the Chargers. It's just so much better for Bull as a person to have them. Okay, now let's actually go do what we needed to. I know, I love him too. I've only heard stories about what happens when you save the dreadnought, but I don't like that Bull. That Bull makes me sad. Okay, let's select that. We need this one. Let's take somebody else. It's fine. It's been out in... Oh. Wow, that is a graphic tarot card. I say that every time because I'm terrible. So is this the depiction of him betraying his people? Oh, that. Eesh. Ah, yep. See it because he's got the horn, the call of retreat too. Oh, Bull, I'm so sorry.
So,
Inquisitor, I have something for you.
You interrupted dialogue! Ah, how could... Stop talking. I'm livid. I've played this once before. The way that I did it was I played Inquisition first without even knowing that other Dragon Age games existed. And so I played this through, 2015 maybe? And then I went back, played Dragon Age Origins and then 2, and then now I'm playing Dragon Age Inquisition after having played the other games. So it's as wonderful as I remember, and even better because now I understand so much of what's going on, whereas I didn't earlier. Okay, so... Oh. So... Oh no. So apparently I have to loot this red key from a Templar horror in Darwin's mouth. But didn't we kill them all? Oh, Dory needs to be leveled up. character record. I like blinked for a hot second. Here we go. Love. Oh, what am I leveling you down? Oh, it is this. I'll just make sure. Awesome. Yeah, playing Inquisition the first time without having the other games as reference was a little... don't get me wrong, I enjoyed the game, but I was like, yeah, I mean, okay. Yeah. But now that I'm playing it again with appropriate context, it's superb. I just love it. Oh my goodness. So much. Oh my goodness. Yes, I started uploading Origins in 2016.
My lady.
Right? That's my conundrum with Baldur's Gate as well. I don't know whether I'm going to play the earlier Baldur. Okay. Oh, well, I already have that. What the fuck? Whatever. God damn it, Inquisition. I was just singing your praises. Alright, Baldur's Gate is far less cohesive. Okay, perfect. I won't worry about it. Especially because it's so old. Oh, they are really good? Maybe. Maybe we'll stream them. Well, I mean, I don't really make proper Let's Plays anymore. It's just so much more satisfying to be able to chill and hang out with you guys and play. Especially days like today where I haven't really worried about my hair or I don't have much makeup on. I'm just here to vibe and have a good time. And the Dragon Age crowd is definitely a lot more positive than the Mass Effect crowd, so I don't fret about such things as much. I always really admire lady streamers who is just like, don't worry about doing hair or makeup or anything. I'm not that confident yet. I'm still like uncomfortable doing that, but I want to get there. I want to be that secure in my appearance and self. It's like a goal. I want to be a confident lady who doesn't give no fucks.
I can sense elven magic somewhere nearby.
Bam. And this...
The wards are working.
No. I know there's some Dragon Age and Mass Effect overlap, which is totally reasonable. We just tend to pull in some of the dude bros who are only there to shoot guns at people who watch Mass Effect. I don't know why they watch my stuff. I just want to smooch Drell. I'm not here to pew pew. But they tend to get really ugly about things like that, which is why I mention it. I didn't really even understand a lot of that discrepancy until I started playing Mass Effect, because I was so used to the Dragon Age crowd. That's not to say I haven't had people be rude or otherwise unkind in any of my Dragon Age videos. Just the discrepancy between the two franchises and the amount that stuff crops up is wow. Did we ever need to go grab that boat? Did we need to boat anywhere? Or is it just gonna take us back? Yeah. We're here to pew pew and smooch Drell. We're all out of pew pew. The boat takes you to the island. We're turning around. Let's go take the boat. I want to go to the island. Being a content creator is kind of wild sometimes. because you realize that, like, I haven't technically smooched Drell yet, but I want to. I romance Liara. Being content creators are a little wild because, like, your whole, like, personal life and, well, I guess for most people, is on display. Your personality, the way that you look all the time, it's just on the internet almost permanently. It's a lot of things you don't even think about until you start doing that stuff, and then you're like, oh, I gotta be more cognizant of this, or oh wow, it's really weird that people are asking me intimate details about my life. Yes, Morden talks about that licking Drell isn't a great idea. I think it's slightly hallucinogenic, if I remember correctly. I don't remember which way I came in. I think it's this way. Yeah, I think this is the way I want to go. Sometimes interactions with people online are just wonderful. Especially the lot of you on Twitch. Oh my god, so lovely. And then sometimes, you know, people beg you for descriptions of your underwear and you're like,
What do we expect to find here?
dragons, apparently. It's Dragon Island. Yeah. Mela, I absolutely agree. Parasocial relationships are absolutely a thing. And it's a hard line to walk as a creator too. So don't get me wrong, because there are definitely like, and you have to do whatever you're comfortable with as a creator, but there are definitely those people who assume they have a right to what you do or say or think, how you dress, what games you play, what you do with your time. Those people are the... I was like, please don't. No glitches. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna get all the way up here and we're gonna look at this beautiful dragon and we're gonna turn right around. Because this playthrough, I am not killing the dragons. Not the big ones. Clearly, I'm murdering these little bitty ones. The funniest thing is that a lot of the people who engage in parasocial relationships in that toxic manner don't even realize what they're doing. Yeah, those things absolutely get worse when you sprinkle in some of that spicy sexism. Oh man. Entitlement to other people is sadly very common, and I don't understand it either, Lilith. It's so wild. It's like, I feel like it's just another symptom of people not possessing empathy. Because empathy forbids them from looking at things from anyone else's point of view, right? It means they're incapable of putting themselves in other shoes. And being like, wow, if somebody asked about my bedroom habits on the internet, that might be pretty weird, yeah? Oh, those are my favorite. Or I had somebody get mad at me for being in a swimsuit. Because women cannot be attractive. They cannot exist. Oh, you are a very big lady. Hello. Is this your entire island, ma'am? Oh, this looks, oh, I am as pacifist as the game will let me be, which is why I don't want to kill the dragons. They're not really hurting us, right? It's a big, beautiful, majestic creature. I want her to live her life. I want her to live her best life. Women empowering women. You know, if that dragon wanted to have tea with me, I would have tea with her. Absolutely. This is her house, though. I did not bring a donkey for the dragon. All I have in my stable is the weird dead unicorn. I've got the 𝒸🾶. Oh, okay, that's fine. It's not anything that's going to kill me. And I have my giant nug. And I would prefer not to feed her any of that.
Did I ever mention that I can't swim?
Excuse me, sir? We should remedy that. I did soak my hands in those baby dragons, though. They were gonna attack me. But if I leave this lady alone, she will not attack me. I do want to run past and see the rest of the island, though. I'm wondering if I could cheese my way around. Let me cheese. Please let me cheese. I don't think it's gonna let me cheese. Oh man, it looks like there's so much to explore. She's very mad at those rocks, though. Is there any... Oh, shit! Look at that! Wow. Can I get up there? I would like to get up there, but I don't want to anger her. Yeah, Wasabi, I agree. Dragons in Dragon Age are semi-intelligent, noble animals, whereas dragons in Skyrim are elitist assholes. Oh, no, I'm sorry, ma'am. I didn't mean it. I really just kind of wanted to see that thing over there. Please don't be mad. Is there anything on this island that I need, y'all? Or are we free to let this lady be angry at her rocks in peace? There's nothing on the island? Balls. Well, you're very pretty, ma'am. You are a very nice big lady, and I'm gonna let you do you. It just kind of hurts my soul to kill them. Yeah, Zarg, she wasn't having any of our shit. I just like... she perceived me and that was too much. Aw, balls. One of my favorite things about Inquisition as opposed to Origins and 2 is that there is so much exploration. I love exploring. It's why I love Skyrim so much. And can I leave you alone, buddy? Are you gonna be chill? You're not gonna be chill. Maybe we can just outrun them. Oh. See, this is why I couldn't just leave this one alone. I would like to. I don't want to hurt them. Oh. I'm just shooting arrows into the ground, even though there's a dragon right there. You see this? There we go. Oh my god.
One down!
Wow, that's just so wild. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒁 is firing with her eyes closed. I'm just kind of a pacifist as a gamer, honestly. The older I get, the like less I want to hurt anything that doesn't deserve it. Ooh. Eep. Okay, that was a hill, and we slid down it. Everything's fine. 𝒂𝒹𝒾𝒁 is absolutely signaling that she's on board by firing repeatedly into the ground. And she does this, I've noticed. She'll actually, I don't need to keep running through here. Aww. Good night, Robin. I hope you have a good sleep. All right, is that everything that we need to do on this map? It's good. Let me save first. Before we head in. And I think we need to have Cassandra with us, so maybe I shouldn't port in. Maybe we need to go first to a camp and change our party up. Because this is the one... We're trying to figure out what happened to the Seekers, if I remember correctly. So let's do that really quick.
Inquisitor. I've
No.
something for you.
I don't want it. You interrupt my friends. Okay, so I definitely want Cass. I think it's going to be very poignant to have Cole there. And I want Solus there. So now we can go. All right. Let's do it. Oh, well, I was already on the ball. All right. Where are we? The little floating particles are so lovely. This little
Caer
wisp.
Oswin. Odd that the trail should lead us here. Ban Loren is a pious, unassuming man. What has he become involved in?
He might simply be a victim as well.
Let's see what lies within.
It's so nice here. The little wisps. Look at this way the sun. The beams. Ugh, love. I love this game. Okay, so let's check up ahead before we go in. Some loot. I was hoping for some lore. Did I not take it? Okay. That was odd. Don't do weird things, Dragon Age. Alright, let's go find out what's happened to the Seekers. Oh, I wasn't sure. You were just kind of standing there, sir. I didn't know. Oh, yeah, it would be interesting to have Varric's insight, too. It's hard because I just kind of want to bring all of them around all the time, right? I want to hear what all my friends have to think. I value all of their opinions. Except for Vivian's. Because she hates mages. Just so wild. I'll never understand a lot of the background to why she believes what she believes. Hello? All right.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
Yeah, that is the damn truth. Viv hates mages but is very pro herself, and that is probably why.
This explains
No,
why
shit.
the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
I was too busy talking. Hopefully. Okay. Okay, good. Perfect. This is exactly where we need to be. So there was loot back here. Okay, now we can advance. And this time I won't miss the chat dialogue. I'm right here, I'm right here.
Promises. I should have known. The Order of Fiery Promise is a cult with strange beliefs about the Seekers. They've hounded us for centuries.
What kind of strange beliefs?
They believe they are Seekers, the only rightful ones. They say we robbed their powers long ago, preventing them from ending the world.
Ending the world?
The only way to truly eradicate evil in their eyes, the world will be reborn a paradise. It's all nonsense.
Why haven't the Seekers dealt with them?
We have, many times. They simply reappear after a time like weeds. Nobody knows how.
Is it possible to negotiate with them?
They're fanatics, drunk on whatever forbidden magic they can find to make themselves true Seekers. This explains why the Seekers might be here, but not the connection to Corypheus.
Interesting. Man, I love the lore in this game. Oh, Arrow, have a wonderful rest of your night, friend. I hope you have a good sleep. Okay, so there's a door there. Yeah. Oh, small chipmunk, I just saw your name in earnest. That's so cute. Yeah, I definitely think that Vivian has been drinking too much of the Kool-Aid that you're referencing, Mela. Absolutely. The system has been set up to even convince mages that they're terrible and awful and not able to control themselves. Stuff of that nature. It makes them much easier to control. All right, a stub of a candle. How do I get past there? There we go. Give me your loot. Cool. And you're super welcome. I am a big fan of spelling small with an O.
A Seeker. Did they torture him to death? The Promises will pay for this.
Oh, it's so dark. Very dark. Oh god, I don't know where I am. Oh, hello. Very big crow. You're a big boy. Disconcertingly big. All right. Let's see what else we can make of this jumbled mess. Are you a Red Templar? Oh! That was stairs. Ah. I can't tell what you are by your little... Oh, hi! No, thank you. I would not like any. Thank you, Cassandra. Hey. No means no. Somebody's firing at me. There we go. Oh, you're still over here. Sir. Oh, is Cole stuck? Hey! Quit shooting my child! Cole, are you alright, babe? Okay.
As the Seekers of Truth have proven resistant to the effects of red lyrium, the Elder One has seen fit to place them in your care. Reclaim your destiny, and know that the Elder One expects your devotion as repayment. Signed by Lord Samson, Commander of the Red Templars. Does Corypheus not realize the Promises want the world to end? What use are they to him?
Wow. Also, Mela, you hit it right on the money with the Avatar reference. That's definitely where I see Dragon Age 4 kind of heading, personally.
So Corypheus sold the Seekers to these cultists.
And they leapt at the chance, of course. But this doesn't explain how he captured the Seekers in the first place, or what's been done with them. We must keep looking.
The letter said Seekers were resistant to red lyrium.
Our abilities grant us many gifts, but a resistance to red lyrium's corruption? That seems strange. Although it would explain why none have numbered among the Red Templars. And thus Seekers would be useless to Corypheus. He would have no leash to hold us.
You sound worried.
I am. The Seekers are my family.
Whew. Alright, let's pick up everything that we have not. Don't think we can open this. No. Are these Mabari motifs? They're pretty cute. Ooh, there was right there. Okay. Let's check these buildings before we head up in there. More scales for Heren, if he can use them. They were little ones. Hello, Arzen. I'm doing pretty good. Honestly, my back's doing really great for having been sitting here for over 2 hours without a break. I'm proud of it. But it's really easy to lose yourself when you're having a good time. In good ways, of course. In good ways, of course. Although, I feel bad for all these livestock. Ooh, we can go up. No, not Nugskin. Monsters. Can we not get up because you put the pot in the way? Well, fine. Okay, up we go. It's a very important looking set of stairs. Hello? Just battle crying from a bit of a ways off, my guy. Oh, hello. Please unhand my mages, thank you. We get some AoE in here. I'm kind of reading your comment, Lilith, or something into this, but let me give it a better look. I do think she's embarrassed of the mages who do feed into the people's fear of them. It's almost like, instead of being like, oh no, the people, she's like, ugh, you just make us look bad. She's more concerned with her own image. And I think, therefore, the impact and influence that she's permitted to have upon others, you know, which is affected by other mages, because she's still a mage at the end of the day, even if she has a ton of privileges for someone in that circumstance. Oh, here we go. The Order of Fiery Promise. Consider the time in which the original Inquisition existed. The first blight had devastated the world, tearing down the mighty Tevinter Imperium and leaving nothing in its place. Just as there were several cults of Andraste vying to become the true inheritor of the Prophet's faith, there was more than one group claiming to represent the one true path to deliver the world from chaos. The Order of Fiery Promise was one of these. A band of men and women who decreed that not only was the end of the world nigh, it was necessary. Thedas must be cleansed with fire and reborn as a paradise. This they solemnly promised. They devoted themselves utterly to seeing this come about. Whether they ever drew close to their goal is unknown. The Inquisition eventually crushed these promisers during a battle recorded only as the cleansing of 𝒸𝒹𝒾𝒁. The cult reappeared in the early Divine Age, claiming to take up the Inquisition's mantle after it had transformed into the Seekers of Truth, leading to chantry hunts that did not see the promisers eliminated again until the Exalted Age. This is from In Pursuit of Knowledge, The Travels of a Chantry Scholar, by Brother Genetivi. Genetivi is just so well traveled. I'm always a little, I take everything he writes with a grain of salt because he's part of the Chantry. And we are very aware that they have spun history and events and the like in their favor. Although this is really cool. I'm not necessarily a fan of the throne, but I really like the portrait above it. It's very cool. Interesting. Okay, let's go this way first. I do also enjoy 𝒸𝒾𝒁, that we can have these differences of opinion about the characters. And they're like well-reasoned. They're not like, I like elves or whatever. Like, we're discussing actual tenets of the character and what they might mean and the implications it has on the lore, etc., etc. I do like that we can have these discussions. It does speak very highly of the writing. All right. Exactly, Wasabi. I do think that Viv is very much concerned with control and how much she can exert. Ooh, that looks like where we're supposed to be, so I'm gonna go this way first. It is hard to judge how much of Vivian actually cares about others. That's my struggle there, is because I often see her as apathetic to anyone's plight other than her own. And I don't know whether this is my personal interpretation from what we've been shown or what, but that is definitely how I feel it. I don't think she's utterly and completely heartless as her personal quest shows, but you know, that's still kind of self-serving, right? That's still, the quest is ultimately for her, so she doesn't have to deal with that loss. All right, here we are.
Daniel! Daniel! Can you hear me?
Cassandra. It is you. You're alive.
As are you. I'm so glad I found you.
No, they put a demon inside me. It's tearing me up.
What? You can't be possessed. That's impossible.
I'm not possessed. They fed me things. I can feel it growing.
Can we do anything?
I don't know. This thing inside him.
The Lord Seeker. You have to find him.
Of course we'll find him. If he lives, we'll...
Lucius betrayed us, Cassandra. He sent us here, one by one. An important mission, he said. Lies. He was here with them all along. He's still working with them.
But we met Lord Seeker Lucius in 𝒂𝒑𝒻. He couldn't have been here.
That wasn't him. It was a demon, masquerading.
What? How could that be?
The Lord Seeker allowed it. He let the demon take command while he...
Came here.
Cassandra.
Now is not the time for sympathy.
Wait. Don't leave me like this, please.
You should have come with me. You didn't believe in the war any more than I did.
You know me. I wanted that promotion.
Go to the Maker's side, Daniel. You will be welcome. He was my apprentice. I have never known a finer young man. Now we find Lord Seeker Lucius.
Not to make light of what happened, but I suddenly feel very guilty for giving her a blade made of red lyrium. That poor thing and poor Cassandra. All right, ladies, gents, and MBs, let's go mete out some justice. And also, hello, Miss Onus. It really burns my biscuit when people take advantage of people who are weaker than them, who don't have as much, who aren't in as advantageous a position. Serene music in the background is so appropriate. It's not like the hyped up drum heavy, brass heavy combat music. It's almost a background for the slow building anger that perhaps they hope to evoke with this mission. Alright, we're almost there. Just checking these cubbies.
Lord Seeker Lucius.
Cassandra, with a woman I can only assume is the new Inquisitor.
You must be very proud of your handiwork.
I presume you know we Seekers of Truth were once the original Inquisition. Oh yes. We fought to restore order in a time of madness long ago, as you do now. And we became proud. We sought to remake the world, to make it better. But what did we create? The Chantry, the Circles of Magi, a war that will see no end.
And aiding Corypheus is supposed to help?
Corypheus is a monster with limited ambition.
And your ambition is so much greater.
We Seekers are abominations, Cassandra. We created a decaying world and fought to preserve it even as it crumbled. We had to be stopped. You don't believe me? See for yourself. The secrets of our order passed to me after the former Lord Seeker was slain. The war with the mages had already begun, but it was not too late for me to do the right thing.
I could not have said it better myself. This is not the right thing.
This was the right thing.
Lord Seeker, what you've done.
I know. What Corypheus did with the Templars does not matter. I have seen the future. I have created a new order to replace the old. The world will end so we can start anew. A pure beginning. Join us, Cassandra. It is the Maker's will.
Yeah, she's not having any of this. Excuse me? Is there somebody? You. I'm gonna take out ads first. Hey, hold on. And then we'll move on to Lucius. Or have we already beaten Lucius? Did they take him out already?
He was insane. He had to be. The influence of Corypheus, perhaps? Was he trying to disable the Seekers?
Yeah, honestly, at the end of the day, it was so much wasted life.
All these wasted lives.
He could not have destroyed all of us. I won't accept it. Let us return to Skyhold. I wish to see what's in this book of secrets.
Oh, God. Poor Cassandra. So much of her faith, her understanding of reality, it's all been usurped by what's happened. And that's really hard to deal with. Man, there's lots of room to kite. Interesting. Oh, what? There was some... Oh, it's just money on the ground. Excuse me. Was it supposed to be on Droste? Who are we poping? I'm gonna pope Liliana. I really like Cass as a character. A lot. I like that she's very steadfast and she's a strong individual. She has a good strength of character is what I mean. She's also very physically strong. And she's not too afraid to admit when she's wrong. I like that she will change her decisions based on whether or not she's confronted with evidence that would sway a reasonable person, but that was the evidence on which I made her divine, but she doesn't change anything. She keeps the status quo for everything, and it's broken. It doesn't work. It's not good. So I regretted that decision. And then I looked it up at a later date. And yes, I have successfully softened Liliana. We're not completely done with the softening process. We haven't done the last bit yet. But everything up until then has been on point. Liliana makes changes for the good. She's been pro-mage for a good long while. I love her cameos and things like Asunder. We definitely get her perspective on the matter. And honestly, Justinia's. And so I will definitely be poping her. I haven't seen for myself what poping her changes, but I'm hoping that it's going to be a lot better than a whole lot of nothing with Cassandra. I feel like Cass has a lot of potential to do good, especially with the right advisors, because she's not unreasonable by any means, but the mechanic for her was status quo. And kind of with Viv too. I honestly didn't even know that Vivian would be divine until like sometime after my playthrough and somebody told me about it and I was like, what? Oh, never in 100 years would I make Vivian divine. You know, Wasabi, you have a point. There are some really lovely locations in the game and we can't make forts out of them in any way, shape, or form. Don't get me wrong, I really like Skyhold, but it would be nice if we could have other places to, you know, summer in, perhaps. This is a good time to, like, sit and chat for a hot second, which we never really do in Dragon Age, because we're always chatting for the most part. But it is nice to get in here and, like, focus on chat for a little bit. Yeah, I agree. Viv being divine, sounds kind of bad. You would think it would make people see mages in a different light, but she recreates the circles and stuff. And I cannot get behind that. Oh, I didn't get the opportunity on my first playthrough to support Vivian as divine. I just wasn't given that option at all. It's interesting. I wonder, I mean, I won't be doing it, so I wonder how that actually happens. Oh, you know, if it is, like, Kazarg, you mentioned the point base, and she and I don't get along, I bet that's why. Yeah, exactly, Lady Curran. I probably need to have good rep with her, and I never have good rep with her because I'm very pro-mage. Oh, thank you, Ms. I'm glad that you had a good time. No, you have to subjugate the mages? Ugh, no, thank you. Ugh, no. Don't do that to people. What's wrong with her? Yeah, I do remember doing a mission on the war table for Cassandra, because I did pick and support her as divine previously. I think the only one this playthrough that I don't get along with is Vivian. I had some qualms with Sarah the first playthrough because I was very much trying to go with a diplomatic, very objective for the most part. We negotiate and try to do things as peacefully as possible, and she just really doesn't jive with that. I wasn't really TLDR, I wasn't as woke. So I was like, punching up, what is that? And it didn't resonate with me because as a white person, I was more frustrated with her for fucking up the things that I was doing than me taking the time to understand what she was talking about and why it was important. So thankfully, a lot of us mature and grow and be better as we age, and I am happy to have been one of those individuals who took the time and energy and empathy to be the best version of myself that I can be. Wow, that's wild that it's just telling those little points throughout the whole game. I like that though, because that's how life works, right? It's not just like, oh, this definitive, even though it can be. It seems so much more organic when we are getting little bits here, little bits there, doing favors. All right, guys. Thank you for such a super chill stream. I love being able to just sit back and enjoy the experience. I don't have to worry about whether or not I'm firing the right kind of gun the right kind of way. I just get to vibe, and I appreciate that. Oh, Lady Curran, you're so welcome. Honestly, Wasabi, I don't know if Solo sees any of himself in Sarah. In fact, if I remember correctly, I think he detests her. Exactly. Zarg's right. I don't even think Solus considers her much of an elf. I mean, clearly he can't deny the biological fact of her elven heritage, but yeah. You know, Mela, I'm exactly of the same opinion. Like, if somebody wants to use gun A over gun B, why the fuck not? Why the fuck not? Oh man, I've had Solus and Sarah in the same party before. I always just kind of feel bad because they just kind of pick at each other, whether he's being a little condescending and holier than thou, or she's just being crass and annoying on purpose, and they just don't mesh well, and I don't want to have to reprimand them like children. They're my friends, they should act like adults. Yeah. You know, that is the best gun. The motherfucking airlock. Oh. We should have sent the 𝒂𝒾𝒶 out that airlock. That would have made for great relations with the Solarians. Oh man. All right, I hope that each and every one of you has a wonderful rest of your day or night, whatever time it is, wherever you are, and I will see you next time.
Thanks for watching. For more content, you can check out these videos, or my stream on Twitch, or cosplay on Instagram, or my OnlyFans. All the links are in the description. Have a great rest of your day.